Hello, military friends and family, and this is from the front lines. And today's message is about bringing in the new year, as well as just speaking about the messages that we always talked about. Whether it's just taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental health, reaching out, connecting. So for 52 weeks, we're going to be talking about how we can support and what it is that's out there. Also recognizing how you can, help yourself. So this message is for anyone who feels like they are standing in the middle of their life, wondering how they got here, wondering why things feel heavier than they used to, and questioning whether the version of themselves they once recognized still exists. Sometimes we find things we never looked for, and we find things we never needed. That is not a motivational quote, that's a reality many people are living with every day. Most of us did not go searching for struggle. We did not plan for loss, burnout, or the slow erosion of certainty. We did not ask for the moments where confidence faded, where identity felt unclear, where the path forward became harder to see. Yes, somewhere along the way, life handed us things that changed us. For veterans, this happens often in ways that are hard to explain to anyone who has not lived it. You enter service with structure, expectations, and a sense of purpose that feels solid. You leave service, and suddenly the ground shifts beneath you. The world keeps moving, but something inside you feels disconnected. Not broken in a dramatic way, just worn down or, out of place or unsure where you fit now. But, for many veterans do not talk about this because they believe they should already have it figured out. They tell themselves they survived worse. They convince themselves that struggling now somehow means they failed then. That is not true. Feeling lost does not erase strength. Feeling unsure does not cancel out service. Feeling broken does not mean you are beyond repair. Families experience this too, often quietly and without recognition. Spouses, parents, children, and caregivers step into roles they never imagined for themselves. Responsibilities increase, stress accumulate, and over time, the weight becomes part of the background noise of daily life. Caregivers, especially, carrying this burden, they manage appointments, emotions, finances, expectations. Often feeling putting their own needs last, which they do so many times. Many of them do not identify as caregivers. They simply see themselves as doing what has to be done because they love those individuals and they want to make sure that they're okay. So they just forget about their own needs. But doing what has to be done does not mean that it's easy, and it does not mean it is taking a toll. Mental health lives in these quiet places, not always in crisis moments, but in the slow buildup of exhaustion, isolation, and unanswered questions. It lives in the gap between who you used to be and who you are trying to become. It lives in frustration it lives in frustration of knowing something is wrong, but not knowing how to name it. A lot of people feel broken, not because they are, but because they are carrying more than they were ever meant to carry alone. And when you feel like that, it's because, it becomes easy to withdraw, to stop talking, to stop asking for help, to convince yourself that silence is strength. But silence is not strength, it's survival. Across our communities, there are people and organizations quietly responding to these reality every day. Food pantries run by veterans, for veterans, or organizations just collecting resources. There's so many opportunities just to connect with individuals. Transportation services, making sure someone does not miss a critical appointment. Peer programs creating spaces where honesty, is allowed within judgment. Caregivers supporting other caregivers because no one else sees the full picture. And these support exists because too many people found themselves holding things they never needed, and someone decided that no one should have to hold them alone. This message is not about fixing everything, because we really can't. It's not about having answers wrapped in neat solutions, because it's not easy. It's not, it's about acknowledging what is real. If you feel lost, you're not alone. If you feel broken, you're not failing. If you feel disconnected from who you used to be, that does not mean you're gone. It means you're in transition. And transitions are uncomfortable, confusing, and often misunderstood. So that's why we always talk about connecting with different programs, connect with different organizations. Clear Path for Veteran, Garden Revival, the Hudson Valley National Center for Veteran Reintegration, the Department of Veteran Services, the VSAs, so many different organizations, Heroes, Cowboys, and Companions, Veterans Miracle Center. The list goes on about the resources and connections that you can make within the community. So that's what we're going to continue to talk about, the Dwyer programs for the next 52 weeks, the community resources for the next 52 weeks. We're going to talk about the Red Cross. We're going to talk about the VA. We're going to talk about so many different programs and just so many different things to help you get connected. So this is From the Front Lines. We'll tell the truth because pretending helps no one. And we keep showing up because connection is where healing actually begins. So take care and enjoy your week.